7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
All power to the people. It's the Bruh Listen Podcast, the black podcast focusing on social political issues and how they affect our community. With your hosts, Cedric Barnes, Brittany Brown, and Anthony Rogers. Bruh Listen. Bruh Nation, what's good? Emo is trash.
Really? That's how we introduce the shit?
I just want you to know.
That's
like,
how we introduce the shit?
Emo's so trash, I don't know what the fuck it is.
I like
Brittany's
emo.
like, hit the music. You know,
Can we listen to K-pop?
Have you ever closing the goddamn door?
And it's also Evanescence.
I don't think. See, this is why I don't like Evanescence because you like it. Because your music choice is just like, what the heck?
My music choice is everywhere. I love music, though. I like all types of music.
What's wrong with? We got special guests in the house.
Shout out to
super new parents.
the new
Back
parents.
Again, none of you niggas sent in y'all names
At all.
So
But my family
we
sent
can't
some
pick.
names.
We were supposed to pick the name right here live on the air today, but y'all niggas fucked up. As
Did y'all?
usual.
My family picked some names,
they
so we can
going
go
with
through
the
some.
name I picked. Is we've already
Hey,
discussed
man.
it
What's the
before.
name?
Mustafa.
You
Fuck
can
that.
niggas.
Hey, we trying to we got to get our numbers up. So look here, y'all. If we get 30
Ooh, I love this
emails
one.
or whatever, depending on the male to female ratio, either Brittany gonna show that ass or Cuz gonna put his
Why
dick
you
out
always
there.
put
First of
volunteering
all,
my ass?
if
I
you
put my
want-
dick out there. I don't give a fuck.
If you want to see my penis online, squint real hard. It's that small.
And turn your head slightly to the left.
You ain't gotta
Slightly to the left.
You ain't gotta squint with me. I'm gonna be coked up and the dick gonna have veins in it. Like
Oh,
that motherfucking-
shit.
When a chick say, "Do you got a big dick?" Right? And I be like, "Yeah." And then when we go to slide, and I take my pants off. I'm like Joe Exotic. Guess what, motherfucker?
You like big things or little
Carol
things?
Baskin. Yeah.
Brandon, did you see the little ones?
You ain't that straight.
Yeah, is you?
Ain't that
Joe is a
crazy?
fucking creep, and I really think they was fucking them tigers.
Why they ain't give Joe Exotic a party? They got Kodak a party, but they ain't give Joe Exotic a party.
If you fuck a tiger, right?
Well, I'm sorry.
How
What-
much of a man do you feel?
How did
about
we
that?
get here? That's
You can't tell me
bestiality.
shit.
That's bestiality.
I don't give a fuck. I don't fuck a
I don't-
full ass tiger.
I don't think a tiger will kind of let you fuck
That's
them,
how you
though.
know
I
Joe
think that's
Exotic will really kill you, because when the tiger was trying to eat Joe Exotic, he was like, "Get back, you bitch!"
Wow.
Shotgun.
Did
He was
you
talking to her like his old lady.
Did you see? Brandon? Did you see? Arnika said Ellington Moses Blackman. No. Okay. Well,
Ellington sounds dope.
I actually like Ellington.
I'm cool with Ellington.
I actually like.
Cuz, how you feel
That's
about
different.
Ellington?
Who the fuck is Ellington?
That's a name.
A name.
Baby, Ellington.
It sounds British, and the British is the ones that fucked up most of the world. I don't.
So that's a no. So that's a no. Yes.
Mustafa.
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you what, bro, nation.
Right.
We back at it again.
We back at it. Trying to do baby
Y'all
names.
niggas ain't give us no baby
We
names.
need some black baby
Actually, you
names.
might have. Ain't nobody checking.
I'ma
the
check
email.
it. I'ma
Look,
check
let
it
me
while
look
we
at the
doing this.
email while we online. But Tank, how you been, bro? What you got going on?
I've been good or whatever.
Or whatever.
I'm amazed to see all them. Well, not amazed, but because it's expected. But everybody's on the stocks now, and I've been on this shit. I just hope people start paying attention to the stocks, start paying attention to political shit, start paying attention to shit that matter.
Y'all check out the last episode of Bro Listen podcast where
They
we
blew
talked
the stock
about
market
the
up.
stock market with
Blew that bitch up.
a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Brittany, how you been? What you doing?
Man,
what you got
I'm
going on
all right.
Besides being late.
But yeah, I'm working my ass
These
off.
niggas ain't email y'all.
Nah,
naming
look,
the baby.
name. Working my. Hey, what's going on, y'all? You know, blue hair. I'm working my ass off, and then I'm a little angry.
What you mad at?
Because my friend of mine, she was dealing with stuff with her son, and the school Baker acted her son because he was
said some
frustration about an assignment, and he said he wanted to blow his head off, and they Baker acted him for 3 days.
We could talk about that. Cause
I think that needs to be having a conversation.
hey, everybody listening just on the podcast. I'm on the live Bro Listen page right now, just talking. Cuz, how you feel about the education of black males and females today in this white system?
I think that with the way the system's set up and the things that is catered towards, I don't think black people get a standard education. But I think you can. I just think you got to just fight over and overcome it. As far as like what Brittany was saying about the kid being Baker Act,
My baby.
like I said to y'all before the show, I don't think you should be able to Baker Act the child as a teacher unless you communicate with the parent.
Absolutely.
Also, the fact that JSO came to pick up the young man with handcuffs.
2 police
Brittany,
officers. 2.
Do you think that ADHD is like a real scientific thing?
Do I think ADHD is what I do think only because that's comes with kids who have autism. They have those are some of the symptoms for autism is ADHD. So that's the only reason why I'm saying. That's the only reason why I say.
Let me
yes.
answer for me. I don't think it's a real thing for regular kids. I got you, Brandon.
I hate
see
when
your
y'all
hand
say
up.
regular and normal.
Because autistic. I mean, you could sugarcoat it all you want, Brandon, but autistic is not regular. Like a
who
regular
define
kid.
what's the standard of being
Well,
regular?
a standard would mean that the average, the high percentage of average is like that. Like if I say that if I have a bunch of bugs and 93 of them, if I have 100 bugs, 93 are green and 3 are blue and 3 are black, then you would say the standard bug is green.
Yeah, I'm not saying nothing is wrong.
No,
nothing wrong with it.
It's not
I'm just
even
saying
with-
it's different.
I think once with me having a child with a disability,
You're
an
extra
intellectual
sensitive to it.
disability, it's not being extra sensitive. It made me look at things way differently and
I feel you.
understand like who defines standards. Like what do we when we say these standards? And I get the average thing from you have to be a politically, I don't say politically correct, but ultimately there is no such thing as normal. There is no such thing as regular.
I don't want to.
I just look at things from a different lens. I didn't look at things like that before I had my son, and my son being in the situation that he's in.
I don't want to steer too far from the ADHD thing, but I think that the ADHD thing is, I think different cultures learn different ways or whatever. Like if you teach the Spanish culture one way, and then you teach the American culture one way, or you teach the Haitian culture, shit could be different.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that niggas is just. I think that we are more. When they say, one of the worst euphemisms that they use against black people is if you put it in the book,
Nigga,
you keep it away from niggas.
If you
Or
want to hide
whatever.
something from
Hey,
a
you
nigga,
know
put it in
what?
the book.
Yeah, you might be true. Because maybe we are more audio learners than reading shit or whatever, and that don't mean that if you read more books, you're smarter than me.
I'm very
or whatever.
visual and kinesthetic. I'm not
Like
audio.
me,
I'm not
I'm
auditory at all.
I could read. I like to read or whatever. I like to read certain books, but I realized, oh shit, cuz playing that shit.
We so goddamn old.
But I realized, I'm gonna cut this goddamn live off. Finish. I realized
He
that
said finish.
I learn more with listening to audio, than just reading shit. It goes into my brain more. It goes into.
But that's just based off of your learning style. So
Everybody learns differently.
Everybody learns differently.
But-
So it's a combination of. So when you talk about the learning and adult learning and absorbing, number one, it has to do with your interests. That's the first thing. The second thing, it has to do with if it's relevant or pertaining to something that you have to deal with, whether it's work related or entertainment related. And then that lets you know how you absorb that shit. Y'all look, it's so ridiculous. But there are 3 distinct learning styles, so you just understanding your learning style.
Wait. You just put me on something. Now, what's the 3 distinct learning styles?
3 distinct learning styles. So, talking to somebody who deals with adult learning because of my job. So, the 3
Put me
distinct
on point.
learning styles are auditory, kinesthetic, and visual. And majority, the average
Tell
person.
me what kinesthetic is first.
Kinesthetic is somebody who has to touch it, who has to do it. So, like if you're in, so here's the thing: if you're in a training right now, or if you're in a class and the teacher is dictating to you and showing you things on the board, but they are not giving you nothing to write with, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be somebody that fidgets. because that's how you're fidgeting, because that's the only way that you can absorb the information. That's kinesthetic.
So if you're not getting the information from them teaching you and you fidgeting or whatever, it's
But
likely that you would be diagnosed. It's so easy
it's-
to get diagnosed with ADHD. That's my problem.
Right,
with it.
A and D, kind of, sort of, but not really. So here's the thing: a lot of people who are kinesthetic, who get put in, who are in trainings or in classes where their person is only dictating or writing stuff on the board, they start fidgeting and stuff like that. The first thing people are going to automatically say is, "You're not paying attention," and that is not true. That's the only.
That's
way
why I
you can
hate
learn.
ADHD, because it's like I'm so. If a kid is just active, like he's an active motherfucker, you're gonna say that he has a disability because he's so active. And he's
Is
not,
ADHD a disability?
I think so. It's a
disorder.
It's a
but
disorder.
Is it a disability?
It is not a disability.
okay. We'll say disorder. I don't think that it's a disorder. I think
It all depends on how it's defined. But
it's just
considered a
like
disorder.
in the DSM, that's the scientific thing of diseases, diagnosis, and shit or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know how shit gets put into the DSM. They have a vote or whatever.
That's how science works.
I know. So I think that transgender, he, she's, what's I don't know the proper word. Fuck it. He, she's, and she, he's. People that think that they're in the wrong body, I think that should still be in the DSM or whatever. But it's not, because it was a vote.
Right.
Now ADHD is in the DSM because of a vote. So scientifically, that don't make this shit, none of this shit right or wrong. Goddamn it.
Right.
Was right or wrong is dependent upon the crackers that vote the shit into the DSM.
The thing about human behavior, human thought process, and human disorders is that it's all based off of some scientific research, and also just an overall study of a controlled and uncontrollable group. But it's still based off of somebody else's knowledge of the situation, that they took more time to sit there and observe that group of people in that type of stimulant environment or so forth, to be like, oh, this is what it is. But human behaviors, as much as they are explainable, there's still a lot of them is still not. It cannot be explained.
These crackers, if you tap your head
And
too
it's
much,
based off
they
of
will
your
say
interests.
you got a disorder. They'll make up
that's
some shit.
that's my problem with
Correct.
it. I don't think that African Americans in general get a fair shake of being diagnosed properly from the start because
all.
of how we're being treated.
Absolutely.
For example,
We get
Is
treated-
it-
we
is
get
it-
treated
is it-
like test
Is
dummies.
it an overall medical deficiency with white people diagnosing black people?
yes.
Yes.
African Americans have been disproportionately diagnosed with bullshit from the onset of things. And then also I would say that something else that's messed up is, if you look at it like this, like the little girl who got messed up by the police, her parents called the police on them or whatever.
I still get a chance to look at that whole entire stuff
Like,
from the beginning to see why that happened.
It's one of those things where if you're black, okay, for example,
Can you explain the entire story?
with the little girl, I mean,
Because I only saw the video.
it's on the that's on the parents, because the parents, the little girl and the mom was going back and forth. They were kind of in a fight or whatever. This is a little girl. I think the little girl.
She's
8.
9.
Yeah,
She was
8 or
9.
9, right? And so they going back and forth or whatever, and like they call the police on the little girl, and the police end up, in my opinion, assaulting the little girl.
They did.
Right? But that's on the parents. Why would you call the police on your
The police
9-year-old?
literally said, the police officer, you heard the police officer say, you're acting like a child. And the little girl said, I am a child.
Could
That's
a
exactly what
9-year-old
she
fuck
said.
you up at any point in time?
No.
Thank you. She about this
Therefore,
big.
the police don't need to be called. Like Cuz said when this story first broke, the police come to fuck people up.
Yep.
Like they don't come to resolve
And somebody
shit.
gonna take somebody
They
away.
not no
That's their job.
mediators.
No.
So my thing is, when you look at like a school, for example, going back to the Baker Act thing and all this, when a black kid does something at school, it is treated differently than when a white kid
Exactly.
do it. When white kids get it,
Regardless if the school
if
is
you
mixed
go
or
back
not.
to way
Regardless.
back episode, I don't know, when Trump got first elected and he repealed that executive order for the black for black student protection or whatever, right? One of the first problems with the whole situation was when Obama and them looked at the situation, African American students were getting suspended and expelled at a higher rate than white students.
Oh, and I didn't tell you that. And by the way, he has been suspended from school before
Which-
because of the whole harm thing.
Bro, if you are black and you're a
The
kid
teacher tried to say that he
and
threw
you
a
do
stapler
anything
at her.
out of pocket, you're immediately a menace.
Yes.
White kids throw whole chairs at teachers and they be like, he just needs to calm down.
He threw the stapler at the ground, and the teacher said he threw the stapler at her, and they suspended him.
It all go back to some shit that you said, girl, that you was right about. Like, it's not that can America's policies
River City Science Academy is racist as fuck. Y'all should see
America's
y'all's
policies
kids there.
not
all.
be racist. It's about can
Yep,
the
I said it on
people
Facebook Live.
can the people who enforce these policies
Right.
not be racist
Policies
or
are autonomous.
Yeah.
Okay? We
whatever. Don't do this. Don't do that.
Right. We don't need, like, policies aren't racist. The U.S. Constitution doesn't say if a nigga kills somebody, he's going to get a higher sentence than a white man. The people that are applying the policies are doing that.
Right.
So the policy don't say if a kid get in a fight, you got to expel him and kick him off the football team. It's the people that's applying it that's doing that. But that goes back to when me and Cub was in school. Okay, Cub was going to appreciate you, slave. My slave just bought me a cold ass
Whoa.
burger.
Are we saying that word in Black History Month? We using that? What's we doing?
First of all, slaves have existed since. But here's something. I'm glad you brought
That's
that
what we
up
doing right now?
So I
Today?
said-
Can we do it on March 1st?
Everybody out there in Bruh Nation, just so you know what just happened, I had a burger delivered, and my daughter just bought me my burger. So I said, I appreciate it, slave. Right? So Brittany made a good valid point. We doing that in Black History Month.
Welcome.
Calling young black people slaves. I paraphrase and say, slave does not belong to black people. It's just a word.
Indentured
That
servant
means
is
somebody
okay.
who is your servant. And what I mean by that is this. It goes back to what I had said about why is it that every time somebody say, what can this ex-politician do for black people, they bring up criminal justice. Criminal justice ain't just for niggas. Niggas don't only go to jail.
True.
But that's always what they say we need.
Well, we make
Exactly. And my thing about slaves,
Because I don't think niggas need nothing in America.
my thing about
I don't
slaves,
want.
niggas been slaves since humans been slaves since before slaves been slaves.
What do you think niggas need in America?
Hand me a water, please, slave.
Brittany.
I'm so sick of
Brittany, let me ask Brittany first. Brittany, what do niggas need in America?
What do niggas need in America? What do niggas need in America?
You gotta think about it. Okay, I'll answer my own question.
Some penis.
What
I'm sorry.
niggas?
I'm just kidding.
Jesus Christ! I think what niggas need in America, if we just get rid of the criminal justice system, all right, that's fucking up niggas in proportionate.
You mean this whole entire system, or are you talking about just
No,
what?
no.
what's
I mean
fucking
how
us
it.
up?
I mean how it.
how it's being
Disproportionately.
disproportionately
and imposed on us.
imposed on
Okay.
us or whatever, and let us be just like the redneck cracker that's in the trailer park, because even the redneck cracker that's in the trailer park got a better chance at an American dream.
I think niggas.
And-
I think
but-
niggas also need the access to a good education, just like their white counterparts.
See, this-
and the reason why I say an
Go ahead.
access, because at the end of the day, I can't force you to go want to be better or go do better, educate yourself. But if you are more than likely going to go do it if you have the access to do it. I don't think we have that access to a good education and to a good school system that will allow us to not have to worry about them disproportionately treating us in the criminal justice system, because we wouldn't have so much of it to even worry about to begin with, because we would rather build our own communities, build our own banks, or whatever the case may be, because we have the education and knowledge
Hey, man.
and access to it. Then
I'm-
we would go out here and make.
I'm not going
doing illegal
to.
shit.
I'm not going to say that I'm against niggas building their own banks and all of that.
I'm
shit
just giving an
that nigga
example.
Be saying, but well, I'm just
That
using it
burger look
as a
good
bigger
as
thing or
fuck,
whatever.
and I'm hungry.
But we in America, niggas, all of that talk that Killer Mike and all these niggas be talking about building our own. No.
Well,
Nigga,
when
we
I
in
say
America.
that, no, when I say
We
that,
the
I'm just-
minority in America.
I couldn't think
Tank ass,
of. I
come over
could,
to my side.
when I
I'm
say
with
the
you.
whole building banks thing, I couldn't just think of something right quick that we can create. So that was
I'm
the first
not
thing I thought.
trying
Well,
to
no,
make
don't.
You see what
anything
I'm-
by my goddamn
That's
self.
what I'm trying to say. But what I'm saying is be educated enough to where you don't have to. You know what you need to do in order to make your money flip legally, like the stock market.
Brittany, this ain't even got nothing to do.
I'm giving examples.
I agree with everything you're saying.
Yeah, I'm giving
this
examples.
This not
My
a
examples, yeah.
This not a rebuttal to what you're saying. But I'm talking about to the niggas that be acting like Killer Mike want us to be sharecroppers.
Umar
God damn it.
too.
Yeah, I'm
Umar,
not
God damn it.
Not doing that.
I follow.
no.
I'm gonna be finna one
Go
second.
ahead.
I follow Master P. Master P is trying to educate you niggas on how to get in. Because I respect Master P because he's a nigga from the gutter just like me, and I made it to millions. And he done learned how
definitely
to
from the gutter.
He done learned how to maneuver around and in with these white people. God damn it! So you need to listen to Master P. He's
Absolutely.
telling y'all niggas, hey. Look here, this how the system
Well,
works.
what they say, keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. That's what he doing.
He's telling you this how this shit work. Y'all need to get educated financially on what the fuck is going on, and it don't matter about all this being all black and all this being all that. We in America.
I
goddammit.
learned
You got
a
to
lot
tell the
of-
white people, black people, brown people. What's
Like,
the
for
Indians?
instance,
They
I'm
red.
Preaching to me, my dick hard.
Like, whoa, like for instance, pause. Like for instance, a lot of
I
things
do
that
not want to get your dick
a
off.
lot of things that I learned.
late.
I learned too, a lot of things I learned in corporate America. As I am corporate America, I learned a lot of my knowledge of the process and shit from white folks, but I learned how to navigate through that shit from black folk, if that makes sense. So I learned from both. So which one is more important, learning how to navigate the shit or learning from them the same knowledge they have? So I know what you know, but I can apply it better because I know how to navigate through the shit better. So it's better. You need to know what they know to be able to be better than them and use their shit against them. Strategize, nigga.
Oftentimes, niggas say one of the biggest mistakes was integrating. I used to kind of feel like that. Now I disagree. Nigga, the only problem, I'm with Tank when he right now, the only problem with America is niggas is not American. That's
a lie.
Huh?
That's a lie.
Let me tell you, hear me out. Me, you, Tank, Brandis, Chris, we all sitting in here right now as what we really are Americans, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we all got different identities based on how they want to class a nigga. Black woman, black man, this age group to that age group.
I'm a
whatever.
meat popsicle.
All that. But in reality, we just need to get equality and equity. That's it.
That's
it.
My white girl just texted me. I told her what we were talking about, and she asked me, "Do you think classes should be segregated?" I told
Do
her.
I think what?
Do I think classes should be segregated?
Classes, okay.
I told her I think that segregation causes radical views without credible criticism.
You know why I don't believe in segregation? Race ain't real. Why we segregating?
But see, I think race is real.
See, the thing about race is part of that whole label. As I keep saying, society has an infatuation with labels. Because honestly, if you didn't put a label on it, a lot of things that we have labels on that we didn't have them, you subconsciously
And
would
I
not
have
see
a problem with the people that just want to act like it ain't no label. That's like saying that, scientists have a way of doing this thing where they be like, everything is arbitrary. Just because humans do this, it doesn't mean. But 1 + 1 is 2.
But do you
Yeah,
think from a race perspective, though?
1
Do you
+
think?
1 is a scientific fact. Though.
But do you think from a race perspective? Do you think from a race perspective that?
It's too much coming at me. Well, hold on.
Do you think that the reason why race was identified though to be divisive?
I think that 100%.
And why was that though?
I'll tell you why. Can I answer this?
Yes.
I was just studying something for one of the episodes we're gonna roll out for our new podcast, Hood Science. Race gonna be a good episode. Study race in ancient history, like how race goes through ancient history. Nigga, Romans, they dealt with race, but what race was to a Roman, okay, to us, a person from Germany and
Right.
a person from Serbia is what? What would you call
European.
that person?
European.
or what else? What color?
White.
White. Thank you.
I was trying to think about where Serbia was.
But to a Roman, a German is a different race than a Serbian. Think about that. If I see a Serbian right now, I'm like, look at that cracker.
Race or
If
nationality?
I see a German right now, I'm gonna be like, look at that cracker.
Race or nationality?
No, because remember the nations didn't exist the way they do now.
But see, this is the thing. If you see a British person and you see a German person, you might look at them and say, yeah, they both crackers. But it's not so much, I think, genetically or whatever. What makes them different is going to show more than culture. Like, you will be able to tell.
Stop right there. That's how Romans qualified people.
What?
Culture.
Exactly.
That's how they qualify people.
But
so race
shit,
itself, the color of your skin did not matter.
No, I know. To them it did.
But now though, culture.
That don't mean that's.
But now though, culture is attached to your race. To be honest with you.
Exactly. But that's a creation. Now. That's a modern creation.
But see, okay, I see. This is my point.
Right.
Jews, what? They done stole that shit. Them crackers.
Crackers.
They can be white as hell, and then they still get racially profiled.
But here's the thing about Jews though. Here's the funny thing. So like back in Germany during the Holocaust and all the other stuff.
We talk about Jews a lot.
You're talking about if you're not blue hair, blind eye, then you had to be Jew, right? But Jew, if you think about it, Jew is technically a religion. It's not even a race.
Are we anti-Semitic?
It's a religion.
Y'all are. I'm not.
See, this is
sure.
I don't give
See,
a
this is
fuck
the
about
thing.
that shit.
I'm with Nick Cannon's original statement. I'm anti-Semitic against the crackers that's there now, because the crackers that's in there now and that's doing all kind of bullshit against the Palestinians.
You're not anti-Semitic. Hold on, let me fix this.
No, yeah, fix it.
Anti-Semitism means that you don't like Jews.
No.
You're not anti-Semitic. You're maybe anti-Israel.
I'm trying to understand why
you may be
why there's
European
such a
Jews,
hatred towards Jews. So that's what I always want to know that.
It goes back to ancient time.
Yeah. What you need to do,
because it's a religion. It's still a religion.
Nah, you got to go back and look at the history of Jews.
Because you talking about before it was Jews, you're talking about Hebrews.
Yeah, what you said, bro? I don't know if y'all can hear him in the background.
I can hear him. They were telling Brandon about this earlier. Go ahead, Chris. Keep going. Yeah, it goes back to it's a lot to do with the Bible.
They still don't fuck with Jesus. They still say he ain't the goddamn Messiah.
He not.
They don't.
That nigga ain't even real. That's Cesar Borges.
Right, but then you got Jesus supposed to be the king of the Hebrews. That's the thing.
You know,
so it's so much contradictory.
The thing with the
I bet Jesus was a real nigga.
I like Jesus.
I bet he was a dude. The nigga who everybody think Jesus is though is Cesar Borges.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I'm being so dead ass.
I know.
There's a painting of a nigga named Cesar.
I know it.
So that's not him. Now,
but I know the thing with Jesus and the Jews is the same thing with the Sunni and the Shiite and the Muslim shit or whatever. Not the same, but it's kind of the same, because I forgot which one, but one of them were the offspring of the original prophet Muhammad or whatever. And
I was just telling somebody that we really need, listen, Bruh Nation, if you're out there and you're in the Jacksonville area, and even if you're not in the Jacksonville area and you're a Christian and you want to do the Christian debate show that we've been trying to do for 3 years,
and
let us know, because we can Zoom it.
Wait.
I know, but they're not going to.
Not just Christian. If you Muslim, I know about Buddhism. I know about Hinduism.
Yeah.
Anybody religion, goddammit. Yeah, come on here and talk.
Come on. Please know your shit, though. Because one thing I've noticed about niggas. Shout out, Bud. Y'all listen to Flag on the Play podcast.
Yes.
One thing I noticed about niggas don't know they shit. They believe they shit, but they don't know they shit.
The first step is, if you don't know about Constantine and you're a Christian, then I don't even want to talk to you.
Here's the second step. If you don't know the difference between Protestant and Catholic.
Yeah.
Who? Speak, please.
And why Protestants exist.
Please speak.
Leave me alone.
If you say that Catholics are not under the Christian umbrella, please go.
Hi, Brady, can I get this for you? By the way,
please
Catholics are the real Christians.
Thank you.
And you motherfuckers are heathens.
Thank you.
Smite D.
Thank you.
I'd like to say something.
Go ahead.
Catholics do not worship Mary. We acknowledge her ass.
Wait, Brandon, you said we. Brandon's your
Brandon's a Catholic.
Me and Brandon
was raised Catholic.
Oh, well, I have a question. How are you part of an organization that
I'm no
fuck
longer
boys?
Catholic. I'm
That's
no longer
not
Catholic.
no. That's not fair to them.
That is fair.
No, it's not. I'm no
the
longer
priest fucking the boys does not mean that the organization is for fucking boys.
Yes, it does. But you know what? I can explain why.
That's
I'll explain why. Go
Because
ahead.
it's different. It's different dioceses too. By the way, it's different dioceses. So the
all
diocese.
that.
So the diocese you were talking to, the diocese you were referencing to is not.
a quote from a rapper, Chris said.
He said, "Scared, go to church."
If you're scared, go to church.
But remember, he knows the Bible too, and he was referring to the devil.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, and it's bad. Pedophilia is wrong in all sense. I'm not actively practicing Catholic. However, me and my sister were christened as babies and raised as Catholic. So at some point in time, we didn't have a choice in the matter. I'm gonna be honest with you.
My thing is,
However, just like y'all, the first thing when you say Catholic, the first thing people say is, "Oh, the priest fuck little boys." Let's not forget that in the Protestant religion, in these AME churches and shit like that, the priest be fucking the whole entire goddamn congregation. That ain't right either.
Hoes though.
That ain't right either.
Before you get it, can I say
They
this?
fuck hoes.
The only reason I don't think it's fair is because it's 1 billion Catholics in the world. Out
And
of
it
the
wasn't
1
a
billion
pope.
Catholic, less than 100,000 molested
Am I going to get a chance to rebuttal to this?
Like it wasn't even a pope that did it, by the way,
But wait,
or
fuck the
cardinal.
Can I rebuttal
Fuck
to
the
this?
Pope. The Pope is a political
But-
figure, not a religious
I
figure.
have-
Right,
I have a
but
rebuttal.
he's the head of the Catholic Church and stuff like
which
that.
again goes, we
Right.
have that show, Brittany. You want to do that show?
No,
Then
I'm
about to
not,
say,
nigga.
then
I ain't
that'll
actively
go into
practicing.
why the fuck the shit fake. But
We,
anyway,
oh no, that's why I don't actively practice.
If I have an organization, right? If I have an organization, like when you
Talk
say
in
it's
your mic.
like shit,
do
right
like
here,
that.
goddamn, look, my
All the
I
time.
could never stick the fingers into my throat and throw up. That just wasn't me. I don't know what you did with your fingers.
Wait a minute,
What are
what?
we talking about?
What?
What-
Whoa!
You told me to put the mic right here. That this close I can get to the mic. Look, but
Say something to make my dick hard.
Now,
Because that
I'm
my
not
shit in my
talking about.
stomach.
I'm not talking about the billions of followers because that don't matter or whatever. Yes, there's a billions of them. But what I'm talking about is the prominent leaders of the Catholic faith.
But here's the thing.
And when I ain't gonna be long, Brittany. The prominent leaders
That's what
of
he
the
said.
Catholic faith are fuck the billions of followers. Now, if I have an organization, all right, and it's a lot of them motherfuckers. How many Catholic priests is it?
It's a lot. The Catholic Church is
Not a
original-
billion.
Hundreds of
It's
thousands.
original
Hundreds
Christians.
of thousands. And I know y'all might want to vouch for at least 10,000 or 100,000 right now.
It's a lot of Catholic
I'm
churches
going to
out
say
there,
if
organizations.
it's 100,000 right now, 10,000 of them, I say 10%, have done some questionable shit with children.
Maybe so.
All right?
But the
And I'm
the
being
organization
generous. And there's-
contains more than just priests.
But
Right.
I know, but the problem is that the top officials when
Perpetuated it.
When no, not
They allowed it to happen.
I'm too fucked up to go there. No, I'm too fucked up to say perpetuated.
Perpetuated.
No, not perpetuated is that's okay. It's not okay, but they protect it. They shift them around, and this is not coming from the billions of followers. This is coming from the
because
head.
the
But
organization
here's-
is
but-
political.
So to his
That's
point,
true. Pope John
it
Paul
is.
did
The
protect
Pope,
the one
he
Bible.
did.
They protect it.
Here's
true.
the thing, and it's an organization. Catholicism itself, is a whole organization. But then you got Protestants, which includes all of the other parts of the Christian faith too, that are under all of those separate mini baby cat organizations. We don't know what the fuck been happening underneath there too, but you do know that the Catholic Church itself is a one huge organization. So you're gonna hear more
Can I
about
say
it.
something?
But no,
before you get
have they done it before?
Nigga, I'm talking. The same shit is happening in the Protestant religions too. You
Can I
just
say
don't
something?
hear about it.
Can I say something?
All that shit is creep. Be
Reverend
atheists.
Gilliard was just
you when you're right,
being a
cuz.
pedophilia
Thank you.
too.
when
Be
you're right,
atheists.
cuz.
Religion is a way
The
to fuck
shit-
bitches
Can I-
and kids.
can I say
I
something?
agree with
Can
you,
I
whore.
say something?
I don't act and practice none of that shit.
Can I
So
say
you're
something?
right.
If you are Catholic and you want to
right,
come
man.
on the show and debate Catholicism, you have to acknowledge the fact that
That is true.
the Catholic religion is hyper political.
Absolutely.
They
It
literally
is.
elect the head of the church.
They do.
God don't come down with his dick out and be like, you No,
and they stole a lot of shit from Africa.
They still go through a whole interview. They
still
still go through a whole interview process. And all that stuff. The only difference is that the Pope either has to resign or he dies for them to get another one.
The problem is this: when you tell men, okay, you can't get married no more because you wanted to seize their land for the church. Mm-hmm. Because if you're not married and you don't have any heirs and you die, your land then goes to where? To the church, right?
Vatican.
So when you tell men you can't get married so that you can seize more land, and now you have a whole group of people where they can't get married, they can't fuck, right? You know what's gonna happen? That shit, that pedophilia shit. Mm-hmm. I'm with you when you're right though, Brittany. Protestant, y'all niggas ain't scot free in this.
No, let's because
y'all got a lot of
let's talk about the Jehovah's Witnesses.
But
They had studies show that they had more pedophilia with the Irish Catholics screwing boys.
Okay.
More pedophilia. Brandon says there's more
what we're not going to do is
with the Irish
have a pedophilia.
Here's the thing.
Measuring
But here's the thing. What
all y'all nasty.
You also got to think about it. The bigger the organization, the more they're looked through a microscope, and the more information you'll find out about the organization. The smaller the organization, the less you'll know. Case in point, the whole Jehovah's Witness shit. It's a lot of shit that go on over there. It's a lot of shit that go on in the Mormon religion.
Tank already solved all this.
It's a lot of shit that goes on in there. But you're gonna hear more.
Dumb.
But you're gonna hear more shit about the Catholic religion because A is the oldest, and B, like you said, it's highly politicized and it's connected. It's connected with a lot of public officials.
Well, this is what I think. I think if you send your kid to
I'm
Catholic,
agnostic.
if you send your kid to Catholic school, goddamn it, you need to be investigated. I think every Catholic school should be investigated for child abuse.
Good news,
because it's enough evidence.
You only went there for a year. You're fine.
Actually, no, I didn't. I went there for 3 years.
Good news.
You ain't go there no
for the
damn
kid.
3 years. No, you
Good
did
news
not.
if you're Catholic.
You didn't.
You are practicing the true Christianity, and you have a chance to go to heaven if the shit real. Bad news
7
for the
sacraments.
Catholics. They probably gonna play up with the dick on the way up.
I literally was told by a non-Catholic person when I was still actively and practicing that because I followed being Catholic, I was gonna go to hell.
I don't know what time.
And
we
he
at
was a
because we
Christian.
ain't live, but what time we at?
What's up?
We
Say
good?
whatever you want.
Brittany, what do you think happens after you die?
Ooh,
Oh, this is one of them shows
One-
where
we had-
we just randomly
we just
saying
had
random
shit.
shit.
We've been going randomly for the whole
You,
show.
Bro, Nation, we were supposed to talk about how y'all supposed to form a union. We'll talk about that next week.
Oh, cuz you should have brought that. You took too long.
Damn.
Brittany, what do you
Ooh.
think happens when you die?
So me and Jax had this conversation, and yes, I was on his side, but I'm still holding on to the whole energy never dies and merely transfer from one medium to another. That's the only thing. Well, when we die, though, I just feel like our subconscious mind and our soul that's powered by energy. It does move to a different medium. Now, what that medium is, I'm not sure.
My answer is that I don't know what the fuck ideas is. I guess it's brain chemistry, electrons shooting and shit or whatever. So when that dies, does that mean that ideas die or whatever? Whatever. So when you wasn't here, like when were you born, Brittany?
1987, November
1987.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Before that, where were you?
And to be honest with you, if you think about it, I don't remember my earliest memory. I think I probably was about 3 or 4 years old, so I can't tell you what happened before that.
And I was.
So were you conscious then?
Before you finish, can I say this? Y'all know that literally no religion,
Nobody can explain it though.
says this is what happens before you're born. Yeah. Y'all go ahead and continue. I'll give my answer.
What about them? Isn't it? Who is it? Isn't it Hindu who believe in reincarnation? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But they don't have an explanation of what happens to your soul before you're born.
Yeah. I want to hear what you got to say. So
that whole thing about death, the whole thought about death doesn't scare me. It's that unknown after the part. It's just like what do I? Can somebody tell me what to fucking expect? But can't nobody tell you because ain't nobody ever come back before.
When I'm depressed,
you was talking about thoughts and ideas.
When I'm on some other shit. When I'm depressed or whatever, sometimes I hope that I die.
And when I'm alone in my room, I used to stare at the wall.
I
Sorry.
hope that when I die, it's like a computer and it's nothing. I don't want no reincarnation. I don't want no heaven. I don't want no hell. That's how I feel.
So you just want to just lay in that box.
I'd be like, boy, this shit would be so good if I just cut the fuck off. But then sometimes when I'm feeling good or whatever, he just put his dick fingers in my face. Now, sometimes when I'm feeling good,
Y'all been on
I be
some
like,
real
I hope
sexual
this
shit
shit
between each other today.
is I hope this shit is reincarnated and my energy goes somewhere. Cuz, how you feel? What do you think?
I think humans, listen, I know that somewhere else there's other conscious beings in the universe.
Stop.
Pause.
This is what I want to say real
Go
quick.
ahead.
You know, somewhere else that's conscious, whatever. This is what I want to say. It's like motherfuckers who they say they being reincarnated or whatever, and it's some unexplainable shit of how they can tell about previous lives before they're 10, and they could tell you specifics about life before. It's the same thing with the twin shit, because Brittany and Brandis are twins or whatever. That's what keep me like, I don't know, because it's some unexplainable shit.
You know, when I was pregnant, she can feel a lot of my pains.
It's shit that's unexplainable.
And you know, with her being pregnant, I can feel a lot of her shit.
Like
I'm just saying, in real life.
You can go look at the stories of kids who knew shit that's documented.
I'm tired.
Knew shit about a previous life that they shouldn't know. But go ahead on.
I think that there are other conscious beings in the universe. Maybe billions, maybe trillions, because the universe is really big, y'all. Maybe there's trillions of different conscious beings in the universe, and humans happen to be one of them. I think out of all of those, we are the biggest pussies in the universe. And let me tell you why. We so scary.
I feel like there's another Jackson, another galaxy somewhere saying the same shit she's saying right now.
We so scared that your life don't mean shit. We so scared that this all we got. This can't be all we got. It gotta be something else. I gotta be important. My life gotta have meaning. I gotta have a soul. No, the fuck you don't. You ain't got none of that. And no, you don't. You're not important. It don't mean nothing. Now, are you important to your cousin, your family, your friends, your kids? Of course. Outside of that, if I die right now, the universe gonna keep ticking. I know that's dark, y'all, but that's fact, nigga. That listen, the universe is gonna go for 18 quadrillion, gazillion, whatever years, and then it's gonna burn out into nothing. Maybe it'll collapse within on itself and then do another big bang. I don't know. But I know that you don't matter. Period. The only reason we have questions like, oh, what's after death is because we have consciousness. Like, you don't matter.
But
and the reason why creatures...
you know what consciousness
well, this is my thing. What is consciousness? Mm-hmm. Because the reason why creatures like a cockroach, when I want to step on that bitch, the reason why he run ain't because he's scared to go to hell.
No,
he's running because of instinct to stay alive. Because cockroaches, unlike humans, know, nigga, if I die, that's it. We the ones who think that, oh, it's straight. So going back to what we was just talking about with religion, all the niggas who believe in the afterlife, especially you Christian niggas, I mean, if you die, it's all good then. That's better than him. What you worry about death for? I just think we pussy. I think we should relish and live to the fullest the life we have now.
I think we spend too much time trying not to die that we forget to live.
Nigga, real. Here go what I told a nigga the other day. Yeah. Chris, father just passed. We send our condolences. What you want to say, Chris?
Man, how old was your daddy?
Young, 60. He just passed away from COVID.
I know it seemed young, but he lived a good life.
Chris, coming to the mic so you can hear. Hold on, Chris, come a little bit closer.
If I live to be 60, I'm happy.
Yeah. But he passed away because of COVID. Ahead, some shit that could have been prevented.
So he did live a good life. He was a truck driver, always on the road.
That's what I'm trying to do.
He was one of the guys who was transporting groceries and stuff to your stores and stuff. So he was definitely helping the nation out. And he had a bike, loved to ride his bike, loved to go down to Orlando during the
Bike week.
Yeah, during the bike week and stuff like that. He lived a good life, and he was devout with religion, and but he could still drink with you. He'll still cuss up. He'll still cuss up a storm with you. He still do all that stuff.
I will say this: when I like for my parents to be as religious as possible, because I know they're older, and I want them to go through death as easily as possible, and feel as comfortable as possible, because I think that religion is an evolutionary thing that humans through conscience develop to deal with death.
We're gonna talk about that on Hood Science because I disagree completely.
No other animal knows that it's inevitable death, besides us.
Are you sure?
Maybe elephants.
I think animals do know they're gonna die. I just think that it's on a different
level.
I think consciousness. I think consciousness makes us pretentious. I think wait. Before you get too deep into consciousness,
episode. It's a deep ass episode, niggas.
We got to get to the science, niggas. Hey, what animals do you think know about death?
I'll say most of them. But
give me one.
I honestly think they just be trying to live.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's relative
survival
to the observer, because like just because you know you're gonna die, and the animal might not know it's gonna die, but it knows that I could not exist. They just because they instinctively have it and you consciously have it, that doesn't make the acknowledgement of it different.
I think what you're saying is just like what we think of as intelligence, and then we know that octopus are intelligent,
right?
We know that dolphins are intelligent,
right?
So we think we're more intelligent than them, but we don't know what the fuck octopus and dolphins doing. And them motherfuckers might be in tune with everything across the atmosphere.
And just to put it in perspective of what I'm saying or whatever, when Chris stepped in or whatever, I knew about his dad passing. I offered him my condolences and shit like that. Now I'm sitting here and I'm saying, well, nigga, after you die, it ain't nothing. That don't mean I don't care about Chris and how he feel and shit. Absolutely. I'm just saying the realities of the situation is what it is. Mm-hmm. Part of, I think, the death question comes into
the unknown.
The unknown and what we want to do to comfort each other.
It's the how the death happens and then the unknown after the fact.
I honestly think humans be worried about the wrong goddamn thing.
I agree with Chris. I think the death thing and what happens after you die is like one of the first lies ever told. I feel like it was a group of nomadic humans and they was herding around and somebody died that was close in the group and they said, well, he all right. He's in the sky people.
I think that what science and biology needs to figure out is what Einstein was trying to figure out was a theory of everything. Mm-hmm. And Stephen Hawking or whatever. They're trying to figure out a theory of everything. And I think that my thinking is biology and the theory of matter and all that shit is like two separate things. But I think that it's something that connects the shit or whatever.
Maybe.
Biology and matter is like quantum physics.
Here's my thing.
And relativity.
Say we prove that your consciousness and energy lives on after your physical body ceases to exist. It would be proven in a scientific manner. It would still be science. I think what my problem is, these pseudo science, paranormal explanations for things is bullshit to me. Like, there ain't no magic nigga in the sky puppeteering your life, my nigga. You the puppet of your life. You the puppeteer, nigga. Like, that's my only thing.
I think my problem is when science.
There's no reward for this shit.
My problem is when scientists say that. My problem is when scientists say that something is not possible. Like, I'm not.
Yeah, a lot of shit ain't possible.
Scientists say
you can't take 1 + 1 and make 4. That's not possible.
You can't. But scientists would say ghosts are not possible. You don't know.
It's not.
You have no fucking idea.
But here's the thing.
You have no. See, that's my thing. How can you say it's not
a ghost?
You don't know.
But here's the thing.
Okay. This is why I'm
What do you mean by ghosts?
5 seconds.
What do you mean by
five seconds? The reason why I'm agnostic is because religion knows definitely and science knows definitely, and I'm of the term of what's wrong with saying I don't know.
Ain't nothing wrong with saying that. You can say you don't know.
Now,
but
I don't know what happens after death. Science would say, no, you do not get reincarnated. Why? You have no proof that you don't get reincarnated.
I would say that. See, but here's the thing.
You have no proof.
Here's the thing. Here's my thing. Remember, in science and in life, y'all, the burden of proof lies with the person making the accusation.
So the best thing to say is I don't know.
So no.
So if you say nothing happens,
hold on.
prove nothing happens.
Let me finish. If you say, let's say reincarnation, let's take that one. If you say reincarnation is possible, right? That's your accusation. Extraordinary claims require what? Extraordinary evidence. Thanks, Brittany, for that one.
Well, extraordinary is an arbitrary word.
So, yeah. All right, Pregos. By the way, Brother Nation.
What's wrong with your back, old nigga?
She pregnant.
We didn't. See, Brother Nation, this is what happens.
If you were just going to say you pregnant, I was
when
going to say
you let somebody shoot your club up. Chris was like, it's about to be pulsing here tonight. Call me Reduf Hashim Rahad because I'm about to shoot this bitch up. And he did.
Brittany can tell you about that accident.
Let me put some tank energy on that baby.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we're doomed.
Chris tried to slide out of here like, don't let your back hurt too bad. Can't get shot at the club up twice.
Bless you. Nah, I'm right.
Bro Nation, just so you know, if you want to name Chris and Brandon's baby, they have not picked an official name yet.
Boy.
And they're having a boy. Please send in your names right away. I say Mustafa.
Akili Mustafa Blackman.
What?
Amir.
Ooh, that shit hard.
This is not the fucking Lion King.
Akili
It
Mustafa
should be, though.
Blackman?
The Lion King is an African fable.
No. Moses Blackman.
What?
Yes.
Can we do that?
Yes. How do you spell?
Can we do that?
Yo, imagine this nigga being in school and they be like, okay, Justin, Amy, He be like, no, ma'am, it's
For the record, you will not be having no what was it, Key and Peele names. No.
Aaron. Oh, no.
No, I'm talking about from the, that little football skit.
He ain't gonna be Klingleberry. Blackgate. He ain't gonna be
I just got in good authority through my telepathic reincarnation Catholic powers that I have with Chris. Number one, he just gave me some 4-H numbers. Number two, or whatever, he said the baby's name will be
Moses Blackman.
Moses Blackman Dashiki
Over my fucking dead body.
over my fucking dead body Jones.
His name gonna be Ezekiel Aloysius Moses Blackman.
Over my dead body, Moses Blackman.
All right, it was a good episode, bro. Listen,
What were I saying?
We got a little deep with the scientific
We
shit.
were supposed to be talking about unions. So we talking about
Next
that
week.
We're not having a show next week, but the show after that we will.
We haven't.
No show Valentine's weekend. I'll be at the
Well,
cabin.
we need to do the shit early then.
Maybe we will have a show then. I want to
No,
talk.
yeah, we gotta keep. We gotta provide for the
I
people.
realized what I was having.
Oh yeah.
She called me. I was in the middle of a meeting. She said, "Look for something blue." I'm like, I was going off on my manager. And I was like, Blue. I said, I'm sick of you and my manager telling me shit and not giving me no context. What am I looking for something blue for? She was like, look for something blue. I was like, what you having a boy?
I have no idea what Brittany talking about. Brittany, what you
Brittany
doing
talking about
Sunday?
name it Umfasa.
Huh?
What you doing Sunday?
What am I doing this Sunday?
Yeah, this
Jones.
Sunday.
Watching the Super Bowl. Hopefully watching Fournette get a ring.
Do you want to run because next week is Valentine's? I'm gonna be out of town. I'm
out of town.
I might be in Puerto.
All right, Chris.
I'm gonna be in Puerto Rico.
I'm gonna probably have my legs
You
in
wanna
the
Puerto
air
Rico?
somewhere. So
You wanna come? Flight 600.
Shit, I want to come too.
I'm not going to Puerto Rico
Flight 600
next
for 2
week.
tickets. It's
Next
300
week I
for
will
one.
be at the cabin.
Damn, I
have
ain't get no
already
invite.
spent
I
my
wanna
money.
come.
You
Shit,
should
you
have
ain't
told
asked
me
me.
earlier, and I would have went.
You should have told me I would have went.
Spur of the moment shit.
You don't even need a fucking passport to go.
No,
That's why I'm going.
I got 3 bones I can spell.
Yeah, I mean, you can come.
You ain't invite me in the first
Yeah,
place.
I mean,
Before we get out
I
of
coming?
see how my wife feel about the swinging thing. When, you know, 'cause
Y'all don't
saying
understand.
that-
Swinging.
Y'all got any
is,
niggas coming too?
That's a grown man's game.
You
What
got-
up is this?
I don't know, but
Ew,
it's
that's-
been sitting up here for like 3
All right,
days.
bro.
That's
Listen,
gross, so
I might have
bad.
just got AIDS.
I gotta get. That's gross
3
as
days.
hell.
Before we get out of here,
Any niggas gonna be there?
I was asking about Sunday first because I want to keep the. I try to stay consistent with the brothers and shit or whatever.
No, that's fine.
If we
and
could-
then the rest of Hater Bear meter properties.
You know, if we could get up Sunday and do one because
Can
we're not
we
gonna be
do
here
this
next-
not on the air though? Can we not discuss this right
Not
now?
late. We
No,
on the air.
this
Bruh
hood-
Nation, I know
hey,
you want to hear when we
this
doing
hood
another
nigga
show.
shit. This hood nigga shit.
I mean, we
goddamn.
do it around like probably 12 in the afternoon.
12. I'm good.
Is that
You
good?
good for 12?
Because I got to take care of my daddy this weekend. So as long
We're
as
gonna
you-
talk about unions.
We
on the
have
next
to
Bro-
talk
Bro
about
Listen.
Yeah.
forming unions.
I have a lot of opinions about unions.
Y'all, we got a new podcast coming out of a Hater Bear Media called Hood Science. As soon as Brittany
I'm gonna call it science
change
niggas.
over the thing, like, I don't know what to do, because
shit.
she's literally doing nothing I asked her to do.
We have
Nigga, I'm working.
we
Like,
have
sorry.
we having production meeting live on the air.
Yeah.
Now, why we couldn't do science niggas?
Because
That shit hard, bruh.
I know, but
I like hood science better.
But science niggas because it's not niggas.
Yeah,
it's
it's spelled like the-
N-E-G-U-S,
right.
like the king.
Niggas. Sorry.
However-
Ooh,
Yeah,
I like
science
that.
niggas.
however, I think
That would be
the
niggas,
hood
though.
science will be easier to find and get us more clicks.
Yeah, I think
It
so.
would. It would. It would.
It's
If
very
it's
giving.
not,
You're right, you're right.
then I'll just switch it to science niggas. But I just think it's just a little
That
bit
mean I
easier.
gotta switch
we
the
gonna
logo
call it
on it,
hood
right?
science. Well, I mean, hood science is gonna be the name.
And
but
on the
I'm
show,
gonna
we
call
gonna
it
call
science
niggas.
niggas.
Yeah.
Got you. And then
That shit gonna be dope.
Kind of was this
Throw
episode.
Baby. I'm sorry. I hate
Throw
this damn
Baby.
song.
Who
I
Throw
hate
Baby?
that song. I hate that song.
Brittany,
Oh, and then we
you gotta
also
work-
and then the
never
cast of
mind.
couch is gonna be coming back soon. Stay tuned.
Brittany, how was your throat game?
How we on live?
Yes.
Yes.
Y'all know they tried to kill AOC, man.
Oh,
Speaking
we
of
on
throat.
live? We on live?
Yeah, we on
They
live.
tried
Okay,
to
never
kill
mind, 'cause
Fuck
AOC.
AOC. I want to know about Brittany throat game. Can you take the dick to your throat?
Stop it.
Can I?
Stop it.
Huh?
I don't know. Can
Stop it. Save
With
it for
me?
the Stop it.
Yeah,
Save it for the cast account.
When the cast caps
They
coming
tried to
back?
kill AOC.
I?
Can AOC take a dick to the throat?
I hope so, because she is my wife. I
Because
have never loved a woman the way I love her.
Sucking dick and throat is two different things.
Absolutely.
Like if you ever
I
felt,
wonder when people be listening to episodes like this that go as well as it do, and they be like, "Oh wow, they
Hey, I
didn't
got
go
shit
off
to do.
into
I
some
gotta get ready to go, y'all. Let's get the final
sexual
thought. Shit.
tangent."
hey,
this
I asked
week.
y'all.
No, Brittany.
I
didn't
asked you
just
where
say
you
that.
was going earlier, and you
I didn't
ignored
hear.
me.
I know. I didn't see it. I'm
I
sorry.
said, where y'all going? I'm
I'm
coming
going
too.
to the we're going to the real team, the upstairs part. They do karaoke.
Brittany
I'm coming
said,
too.
Okay.
We have to have the show at 8:00.
I was late. My
Me and
bad.
Tate was here at 8:00, bro. Nation.
I had to
She
take
was
care.
late.
I had to take care of my cripple ass
And
daddy. As you
now-
can see, my sister and them was
She
sitting right here while I was
said,
struggling.
Hurry the fuck up so I can get out of
Hey,
here.
she had to take care of cripple ass daddy.
Bro Nation.
As my sister
If
and
you
brother-in-law
would like
was
to
sitting
be
right
the
here,
new
got him before I
co-host
got here.
of Bro Listen Podcast, that first of all I need two, cause Tank pants just fell down for no reason.
Well, you said he was getting your dick hard earlier.
No, that was
so
earlier. Now my dick on my
Pause.
stomach.
Pause.
And Brittany rushing me, so I need two
You rushing
new
me.
co-hosts because
Rushing me. Hey, rushing me.
Brittany fired because she taking care of her quote unquote cripple ass
As
daddy.
my sister and brother-in-law was sitting here while I was out there struggling, they was here waiting. Ain't that
and
some shit?
Tank's fired because A, he drunk, and B,
As
his
fuck.
pants fell for no reason.
And he keep peeing.
Final thought, cuz.
Alright, my final
This
thoughts.
episode was the disaster. Final thought.
It was kind of good.
All right, hurry up, nigga, hurry up.
The thing, my final thought is the thing is why we started doing this podcast is because me and Cuz used to always chill around the house and just talk shit and have good conversations. And we was like, why not just record this shit?
That's how most podcasts get started.
Or whatever, And we've been doing this shit for no reason for like 3 fucking years.
But it's still
zero.
But it's still fun.
Like, well, yeah. The reason why I do this shit is because, and with my other podcast that I do, King Talk, which we gonna get back up. We working on it. Janae,
that's a lie. Janae got a job. She ain't fucking with them boys.
Nah, Janae wouldn't. Not
Janae. You with your makeup on was real nice the other day, and I know your nigga kind of big. Let me put my stomach on top of your forehead. Go ahead.
Yeah. But we definitely haven't forgot about that shit. We still gonna do that shit or whatever. So these podcasts or whatever is like therapy for me during the week or whatever. It's a breakaway from normal life or whatever. The working, the grinding, the kids. Get my goddamn daughter. I'm trying to get her shit straight.
She still want to be
or
a
whatever.
kangaroo?
No, I done got off of that shit. Trying to be a kangaroo.
She wants to be an emu now.
Her baby mama is in the house with a trans man. We want to cut her. I don't even know what the fuck to say. Cut his titties off. How does it sound?
Do it, my nigga. He has gender dysmorphia.
Yeah, because
it's gender dysmorphia.
And the reason why, you know what? I'm an old school nigga, so I am
it's
like
a long ass final thought, boy. Shit.
It's really not. It's really not.
I'm just doing you anyways, how you do me.
I'm not really with the shits or whatever, but I realize that it's a new time. It's 2020.
She want to cut
and this is the shit that my daughter is going to grow up in or whatever. So
there's
no point. Is this my final thought?
Don't try to fight it. I feel what you're saying.
Yeah. It's like I'm not gonna just say, "Hey, that's wrong." You call her like she calls Shamika her brother now. Or whatever, and I really think that Shamika is being influenced by this transgender motherfucker. But what the fuck ever? If they want to be called a boy and daughter want to call a boy, all right, cool. If that bitch want to be called a nigga, then all right, call him a nigga. God damn it, it is what it is.
Just know I fight niggas.
All right, because I'm not gonna be the one to stop for progress or whatever. Okay. So, I have no idea what my final thought was about, but I guess it's about for progress or whatever. Whatever the generation is going to, old motherfuckers just have to you can either embrace it or you could go against it. But it's going to move forward regardless or whatever. So I choose to embrace it. I'm almost done. So my daughter Salea or whatever, she gonna like dick. This is gonna be a love. I got to keep my eye on this little thought motherfucker. But she's gonna grow up around a lot of diverse gender fluidity.
When I gotta go, you got the longest
or whatever. So, and I'm not gonna be mad at her for calling her sister or her brother or all that shit. It is what it is. Adjust. That's it.
Just Brittany, final thought.
That was a good final thought, Tank. I feel like
that's a good theory. Adjust.
I feel like number one, and I'm not rebutting your final thought, but I feel like if you want to be called Clay and your mama named you Muhammad, nigga, just call me Clay. At the end of the day, who am I to sit here and pick and choose what I feel like calling you because of based off of what I see? If you ask me not to call you a bitch, I'm not gonna call you a bitch. If I ask you to call me Brian instead of Brittany, call me Brian. It is what it is. Nobody gets to choose but me what I want to be addressed by.
You gotta look like a nigga for me to call you a nigga.
But who final thought is this?
No, you cutting on me. Shit, what time it is? We got all night, baby.
That's what he said.
We got 2 hours.
That's what he said. And coming dealing with an employer where they are about forward progress and allowing those to be who they are, whatever that means. I actually deal with a lot of gender fluid, non-binary people at work. A lot of them are located in Beaverton, Oregon. But it's to a point where when we're in Zoom meetings, they're putting their preferred pronouns. Even in Zoom meetings, they're putting their preferred pronouns. Him, her, him, his or he. I have a few people that I work with that want to be referred to as they or them. Wake up, nigga.
I'm here. I'm waiting on y'all.
At the end of the day, if you want to be called something, if you want to be addressed by something, go ahead. Because who am I to say, oh no, I'm not doing that. No, who am I to do that? Hey, that's number one. Number two, I'm with Jax wholeheartedly. We should need to stop involving the police in issues dealing with social behaviors, with behaviors in general. Police officers are meant to come and fuck somebody up. They're not there to mediate. They're not trained social workers. They are not trained therapists. They're not licensed. They're literally there to police issues. Point blank, period. In case in point, my best friend, her son being Baker acted, it was still wrong. It was wrong how it was handled, and ultimately this could end up being in the system and being in prison because of this one traumatic incident versus getting him the help that he truly needed. Y'all just put him in a place where y'all can just say, let me just document it for protocol, and y'all really didn't do not a fuck thing. Point blank, period. With that being said, thank y'all for listening. I don't know what we was fucking talking about. Fuck bitches get money. I'm finna go get some to eat. Bye.
Although we said some things that make sense or may not make sense in this episode, I hate episodes like this. Why? Because I spent an entire 4 days studying for the material that we said we was going to talk about. And these niggas wanted to talk about life after death and Baker acting babies. I'm so mad right now. Y'all don't even understand. That being said, though, man, check this out. There's an epidemic in this world, bro, and it's not just coronavirus. Something happened to me this week that made me realize it's way too many fuck niggas.
Fuck niggas.
And if you don't know what a fuck nigga is, bruh nation,
then you might be a fuck nigga.
You might be a fuck nigga. So I'm not going to explain to y'all what that is. But it's way too many fuck niggas in the world. And you know what's funny? I may be a lame to some of y'all. I may be this, I may be that. But you know what I ain't?
A fuck nigga.
I ain't no fuck nigga. Bruh, listen, podcast episode number 128. In the bag is Black History Month for you niggas. But every day is Black History Month on Bruh Listen Podcast. Bruh Listen Podcast, 365, 24/9. We grind. We put niggas on your mind. Brittany, because Tank is not in here, because he say, fuck this show at about 45 minutes in every time. Give me a nigga.
Rest in heaven, young King Trayvon Martin. His birthday was, I think, either today or yesterday. He would have been 26 years old.
Trayvon is one of the greatest tragedies in modern history. And you know what? Fuck niggas don't care.
Fuck niggas don't care.
Cuz. Bruh Listen Podcast, 365, 24/9. We grind. We give you a nigga to put on your mind. I'm telling Gary, because I'm a fuck nigga. Give me a nigga.
Oh, my nigga is my nigga is Mr. T or whatever. Everybody everybody think he was a fucking clown, but it's more shit. But one shit you need to go watch is when he was on Letterman. All right, Britt. When he was on Letterman and Letterman asked him why he called himself Mr. T, and he was like, well, a lot of pale face motherfuckers like to call me boy when I was younger, so I called myself Mr. T, so they would always have to address me as Mr. or whatever. And nigga wasn't smiling with Letterman and nothing. It was a real awkward interview because he was
Letterman
like, what the fuck racist. You want, cracker?
David Letterman, a good one.
He is a good one. But Mr. T went with the shits. I respect Mr. T. That's who your nigga is, cuz.
I'm actually going to go into the world of sports. Lionel Messi is not black, but I just found out that his contract was for $734 million over 5 years. That's incredible, y'all. That is a lot of money to play soccer. That being said, one of the most expensive sports in the world is Formula One racing, right? And Formula One racing is kind of like the new horse racing. Horse racing used to be called the sports kings because only kings could afford the horses or whatever. Now, Formula One is kind of like that. Formula One is really expensive. Well, my nigga is Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton is, if not the greatest, he's one of the greatest F1 racers of all time. He is black. And he's racing right now. You can watch Lewis Hamilton race Formula One cars right now and win races. And I don't think he gets enough appreciation because I don't think Formula One is big in America. And I don't think that people in America really acknowledge British black people. But the diaspora, as Buju Banton once said, is very huge. So Lewis Hamilton is my nigga. Bruh Nation, y'all be on the lookout for Hood Science. I guess the rest of my podcast coming back. I don't know. Niggas find time for what they want to make time for. And we're going to come back with another episode this week, too, where we talk about unions, because I really want to talk about unions, y'all. So, yeah, man, as we say, all power to the people. Peace.
You a hater, bear.